So as we open this discussion on building a talent pipeline, especially in the environment of the current economic slowdown, so what is your number one priority when it comes to developing talent for success? So let me start with Satish. What is your number one priority for developing talent?
I'd like to step back a bit, Subbu. To continue with what you just alluded to right now, our entire directive to talent has changed significantly. Like you rightly said, it's always been, buy, borrow, and then build. But now I think it's changed the table, right? Whoever that we bump into, we're looking at build, borrow, and then buy right now. The external perspective is one, the crunch. Two, not many are willing to show up to work and other stuff. So they even decline the offers. So keeping that apart, the first priority is about buy. For me, the way that we would like to look at it is about, are we clear in terms of shaping our demand, right? Most companies are now grappling with the challenge of, hey, I have a TCV. How do we convert that TCV into revenue and revenue into margin, right? Do we have that planning in place in the first place, right? Or rather, let me put it the other way around. Do we even have the time to do that planning in such a place? Because every customer wants here and now talent. Now, given that situation, how would you build skills? How would you get the talent out there to our customers to solve their problem? I guess that's something that we're grappling with, right? There's no one single bullet, but what worked significantly for us is about what we call as demand shaping, right? There are multiple vectors. I'm going to just take one or two for want of time out here. Look at it from a skill building perspective. Now, one, are we getting, let's say for want of better words, in IT tech leads or module leads? We may not in the current market. So can we get some good, smart, high performing talent a level lower and build them up to speed? That's one way of looking at it. Second, the engine that we have a patented program called Talent Next, where we build adjacencies much quicker and faster. Our time to build is much easier. A customer turns out and say, look, I need to build Kafka plus Kafka or a Camunda or any of these put together technology stack that you're talking about. Can you build that quickly? I think the learning engine, I guess, Kenneth or Harish spoke about it, right? In the beginning, how do you quickly learn, right? How do you quickly evolve from where you are today? I think that's a priority, and that's what we went behind significantly. We work specifically on core skills, hire for core skills, and then build adjacencies around it. That worked well for us. The second aspect that we looked at is,
what do you mean by core skills? Would you, so for example, let's take an example of a software developer. Would JavaScript be a core skill, or would software?
Yeah. Let's say core Java, for example. Pick a core Java, for example. And can I build a microservices? Can I build a full stack around it? Or pick a quarter stack guy, build a full stack around it, or specialization around UI UX as an add-on, right? So that's something that we did significantly, and it worked wonders for us. That's one avenue. The second avenue that we looked at is quite obviously our campus freshers, right? We infused a lot of freshers, got them up to speed, put them onto boot camp. The way we engage them is much ahead of even we identify them, right? We go to colleges, universities, we engage them a quarter before their final semester. We put them onto a program and keep them glued to the technology stack that we want them to be part of. So that worked for us as well. The third part, like I said, very, very clearly is about how do we shape our demand, right? Can we project saying, hey, this is the stack that the customer is right now working on. Now, what is our baselining? If this is a baselining, how much do we fill the gap? How much do we borrow it from a contingency workforce, or how much do we buy from the market? I think that is very, very critical. And can that be done much ahead when the deal pipeline happens? That is another significant area for us to kind of quickly bridge the gap in terms of a talent, right? So one is about putting them into adjacency, hiring them for a core and building adjacency. Two is about freshers. Three is about tightening our demand shaping, for want of better words, right? In other words, can we do skill forecasting much ahead? What is needed right now, right? Can we do that for the next 3 to 6 months and so on and so forth? What we've also done uniquely is we've Uberized talent within our organization. So we have again another parent program called Geek Cloud, where you're working on one piece and you have some adequate time utilization is there for you, or over the weekends you want to contribute, you can Uberize your talent, right? You can come and participate on a crowdsourcing program, come in with your solution mindset and do that as well. That's another area where we've tapped on, and we have significant people who contribute for the organization per se, right?
Interesting. And is what's in it for the talent? Is it do they get paid more, or is it because they want
it is monetized for them? Monetized for them. That's the best thing, right? So that happens for them, and that's what we call as internal Uberization, right? That's something that we do. And the last piece that also worked wonders for us is about can we hire for a common pool, right? We know for sure, hey, these sort of accounts, we hire predominantly on a particular skill, let's say our Java stack. So can we go ahead and pick people around Java stack, put them on a pool, be ready in terms of what's our SOWs that you're going to sign up for the next 1, 2, 3 months? Can we quickly fill the gap again? And linking back to the first one that I spoke about. So hiring for want of better words, an IT bench also does work to a large extent. But knowing where we are today, considering we're running a tightrope on margins, that's something that's put on the back burner right now, or least prioritized for now. But the first 3, 4 that I spoke about has been very, very helpful for us to meet the demand in the current market.